All right, today we're going to talk about something kind of wild. There's this invisible force that's out there telling your brand's story for you. And the crazy part, you might not even know it's happening. It's called AI brand drift, and trust me, it's this fascinating and, yeah, a little bit terrifying new problem for basically anyone who cares about their brand.
So let's just kick things off with a big question. Who's really in control of your brand story right now? If you think it's your marketing team, well, you might be in for a surprise.
You see, the new reality is that these large language models, the AI behind tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and all the others, they've basically become these autonomous storytellers. They're scraping up every customer review, every leaked memo, every single social media post, and they're mashing it all together into what they present as the authoritative truth. Suddenly, your carefully crafted message is competing with, well, pretty much everything else. Okay, so let's put a name to this thing. The phenomenon is called AI brand drift. And honestly, just understanding what it is, that's the first huge step to getting a handle on it.
So here's the formal definition, pulled straight from enterprise research. AI brand drift is the, and I'm quoting here, systematic degradation of brand narrative accuracy. Whoa, okay, let's break that down. In plain English, it's when an AI, with all the confidence in the world, tells a user something about your brand that's, distorted, totally out of date, or just flat out wrong.
And look, this isn't just some marketing buzzword somebody made up. It's actually based on a recognized technical issue called semantic drift, which researchers at places like Meta and Anthropic have identified. It's this tendency for AI-generated text to just wander off from the original point, losing its grip on what's relevant and what's true. And now your brand is a direct victim of this little technical flaw. So how does this actually hurt you? Well, it's not theoretical. It is happening right now. Just imagine an AI inventing a phantom feature for your product. Suddenly, you've got a flood of customer support tickets for something that doesn't even exist. Or picture an old April Fool's joke getting served up as a legitimate product launch. And this is the really scary one. An AI could confidently hand over a phishing link that looks just like your login page. And that last point brings us to a really, really stark number, 34%. So, what does that number mean? Well, a study by Netcraft found that a third of all the login domains that these AI tools were suggesting, they weren't even owned by the actual brand. Think about that. The bottom line is, AI could literally be sending your customers straight to dangerous phishing sites, all while using your good name. That phishing stat is just a perfect, chilling example of how messy and dangerous this can all get. So to start getting control back, we need a framework, a way to organize the chaos. And the best way to do that is to think of your brand as having 4 different layers. And here it is, the Brand Control Quadrant. First, you have your known brand. This is your official stuff, logos, press releases, the things you control. This is your best defense. Then there's the latent brand. This is what everyone else says about you. The reviews, the memes, the social media chatter. This is where things can get a little wild. Now here's the hidden one, the shadow brand. We're talking old internal slide decks, partner files, things that were never meant for public eyes but are somehow findable online. This is a massive risk. And finally, all 3 of these layers get blended together to create the AI-narrated brand, which is the final story the AI tells the world as the truth. Okay, now that we know the layers, let's see how a tiny error in one of them can spiral out of control. This isn't just one problem. It's a chain reaction of escalating risks that build on each other. We can see this play out in what we call the brand risk matrix. This chart really spells it out, and you can see how it ties right back to those layers we just talked about. It all starts with simple factual drift, maybe from your known brand, just getting basic facts wrong. But that can morph into intent drift, where the AI starts misrepresenting your core values, probably pulling from the latent brand. Then you get shadow brand drift, which is when confidential info from that hidden shadow brand leaks out. And if you let all this go unchecked, you're looking at a full-on narrative collapse, where the AI's version of your brand is so warped and amplified that you've completely, totally lost control of your own story. So, I know, that was a lot of doom and gloom, but here's the good news. You are not powerless here. By understanding these layers and these risks, we can actually build a whole new playbook for taking back control of your narrative in this age of AI. This whole situation really calls for a fundamental shift in how we think about brand management. So welcome to what we're calling Brand Stewardship 3.0. The old model was all about managing the messages you create. The new model is about managing the narrative that AI synthesizes. It's about playing defense just as much as you play offense. So, what's the plan? Here's an actionable 4-step audit. First, audit your known brand. Make sure your website and official docs are current and written in clear, structured language that an AI can easily understand. Second, monitor your latent brand. Get some social listening tools and actually track what people are saying online. Third, and this one is so important, you have to actively hunt down and secure your shadow brand. That means digging through your internal servers, your cloud storage, looking for those old, forgotten files. And finally, you have to track the AI-narrated brand itself. Use AI monitoring tools to see what the models are saying about you so you can catch that drift the moment it starts happening.
So, we'll leave you with this one last thought to chew on. Your brand is no longer just what you say it is. In the eyes of millions and millions of people, your brand is what the AI says it is. So the only real question left is, are you listening?